Hey guys, Manny and Amanda here.
At Home Team Equity, your favorite lender.
With over a combined 30 years real estate and mortgage experience, we're often asked by clients about how to best navigate different aspects of the mortgage process.
So we thought, why not just start a web series? That way we can answer our buyers' questions and really anyone that has any questions about mortgages in general.
We thought we'd start off our first series talking about the dreaded mortgage deal killer. So you finally did it. You took the first step. You called a local lender, you got in all the documentation they requested, and they gave you a pre-approval letter. Now, you can start house hunting.
Or you may even be under contract right now.
So whether you are house hunting or currently under contract, there's still some things that you can do that are going to avoid your pre-approval. So we're going to go over some deal killers that you want to avoid between now and closing.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
The number one mortgage deal killer is using your credit when you're trying to obtain a mortgage. I get it. You picked out your home. You may have even measured that potential new living room. You're at the store and you see a suede sectional with your name on it. And you think to yourself, you know what? I'm going to throw that on the good old Visa and I'll have it delivered for me the day of closing. Yes.
No, you're not going to do that. This is going to do two things. It's going to lower your credit score and it's going to raise your debt to income ratio, either of which could void your pre-approval. There's going to be plenty of time for shopping, Amanda, but that's going to be after closing, not before.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, sir. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, Manny, fine. What about the very kind-hearted buyer who has a cousin or a brother or just somebody that they want to help out and they need to maybe get a new car, so they're just going to co-sign on the loan for them, just a co-signer.
You're not doing that either, okay? The number two mortgage deal killer, co-signing for a family member. Although well-intentioned, can do the exact same thing as deal killer number one, lower your credit score, raise your debt to income ratio, okay? So you are not financing anything, and you are not financing anything for your cousin Vinny either.
You know, this really reminds me of that time that you grounded me from Amazon Prime, the no shopping rule. It's a toughie, but it must be done in order for you to get your mortgage.
Let's be fair. That was a much needed intervention.
That's not fair.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Okay, the number three mortgage deal killer is quitting your job, even if you've been offered the opportunity of a lifetime, or if you just simply cannot stand Bob and accounting for one more second of your life. Please just keep your job until your home has closed, and then just ignore Bob in the process too.
But I said I don't care if they lay me off either, because I told Bill that if they move my desk one more time, then I'm quitting. I'm going to quit.
The number four mortgage deal killer, spending your down payment. When you got your pre-approval, the loan officer verified that you had enough money to buy that house. Now, between contract and closing, you were not to touch that down payment. I don't care what comes on the market that you just have to have. You might have the best intentions of, oh, I'm going to buy it now, and I'll replace that money sometime between now and closing.
You won't.
No, you won't. And then we're going to be rushing around at the very end of your transaction trying to figure out where we're going to come up with a down payment for your house at.
The oops, I spent my down payment money really stinks to hear a few weeks before closing.
That kid's already spent all the money, man.
So speaking of money, the number five mortgage deal killer is making large deposits into your bank account.
Cash money. I'm gonna make it rain.
Now, one would think more money in the bank, the better. This isn't actually always true. Your loan officer is going to have to verify source and season any non-payroll deposit. So we recommend in Home Team Equity to not touch your bank account at all. We actually recommend for you to open a savings account, put your down payment money in that savings account.
Put it in the safe deposit box in the bank.
So if your sister wants to pay you back for that wild weekend in Vegas, just tell her to wait till after you've closed on your home.
Remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Except for herpes. That shit'll come back with you.
I'm going to let my little shopaholic here explain the number six mortgage deal killer. It typically has to do with her, Kohl's, and a nice little cashier.
Oh gosh, Kohl's. Don't you just love how every time you go there you save like $300 at the checkout? In all seriousness, what we're talking about here, guys, is that high-pressure sales tactic, really at any store, where you can save 30% today if you just open up a store card. Resist the temptation. Opening up any new lines of credit while you're trying to obtain a mortgage is going to decrease that credit score, and that might just derail the whole mortgage process for you. In general, it's not a good idea.
Can I show you something?
And last, but definitely not least, the number 7 mortgage deal killer, not obtaining documentation in a timely manner. Now I get it. Your loan officer has asked you for 1,000 documents, and now they're asking for a document that you could have sworn you've given them 100 times before. Now please, do us a solid and just get them that documentation and do it quickly. You do want to close on time.
And we want you to close on time.
So we would like to see any requested documents obtained in a 24-hour period or less.
I cannot tell you how much added stress comes into the process if a buyer just waits and waits and waits to get that final document to the loan officer. I guarantee you, if I'm asking for one more pay stub, it's not because I want to read one more pay stub. It's because that's what the underwriter needs for your final loan approval.
Correct. And let's be fair, guys. In today's environment, every pay stub, bank statement, and yes, even tax returns could be obtained in minutes by anybody with an internet connection. If you're watching this video right now, you have an internet connection.
Yes, I love technology.
All right, guys, the basic overall lesson here is that really any major changes in income, assets, or debt could alter the terms of your mortgage or just kill the deal altogether. So if you think something that you're doing may or may not affect your loan approval, just talk to your lender. That open line of communication is what will allow us to ensure your dream of homeownership and make it a reality.
Absolutely. And here at Home Team Equity, our goal is that we believe anybody with the desire can and should be able to realize the dream of homeownership. We're hoping that by listening to these videos, we can help better educate you so that you're taking one step closer to that dream.
So thanks again for watching. We're Manny and Amanda with Home Team Equity. And remember, mortgages, it's all we do.